Hello everyone, it's Dwayne here and welcome to the channel. Today we're doing another tone recreation video and I'm using my Quad Cortex. And today's song is actually a song that Northlane just dropped featuring Winston McCall from Parkway Drive called Miasma. I've only listened to this song a couple of times, so I'm not completely sure how to play it. But the thing that to remember with these videos is the focus is on the tone. This isn't like a playthrough video. I'm not trying to learn how to play the song as accurate as possible. I just want to get close to the tone. So we're going to open up Cortex Control here, and before we do anything, we're going to put a noise gate on there, and we're going to set that maybe to 33% because we're about to throw some serious gain in here. I would usually default to the 5153. For this, I do know they have used Diesel VH4 Channel 4, I think. I don't really use this. And we're going to put in like a Mesa 412 or something, I think. So let's hear how this sounds with the default settings. Okay, so there's some things that we're going to do here for this amp, obviously. I think maybe we'll try different oversized cab as well. Oh, maybe that one works better. So for this song, it's interesting because it's a very bass heavy sound. So I think my inclination is to not put the bass back. And it is also maybe to put the gain around about 4.2. I'm going to increase the deep to around about 7. This will increase like the resonance in the low end. And let's see how that sounds. Actually, before we do that, master at 5. Oh, that's Mud City, isn't it? I've never used the D-cell before. One thing that might help as well, tighten this up, is a tube screamer. That could be the problem. We don't want to make that too bright. And let's just push the tube screamer to 10 and see how that works. I'll put that back at 5. Alright, I'm inclined to put the gain up even more on this. Let's just dial the gain right up. And we'll try messing with the master too. Master! Doesn't sound terrible, does it? Doesn't sound amazing, but it does not sound terrible. Try the metalcore trick of scooping the mid and putting the treble back on 5. Maybe we need a little bit of treble to add a little bit more clarity. Okay, I feel like we're getting a little bit closer. I think we're actually pretty close to the sound. It's more, I don't know if it needs as much gain as it sounds like it does. I can't tell if I'm just listening to the bass and possibly a synthesizer underneath, kind of fattening it up. Try the master at 8 and the gain at 4. You want like that clarity. This is a very, the tone reminds me of the Alien album, actually. Now we turn the gain down. If we turn the bass up, No, it sounds like the bass should be like turned all the way up. I think we got pretty close to this. Once again, this is a really hard song, and Northlane's a really hard band to kind of nail down this sound. They do have like a plugin you can buy. It's like a Tone Hub plugin if you wanted to get the sound a little bit closer, and you could probably capture that plugin onto the Quad Cortex and get a similar sound. But what we ended up with was master at 6. I put the bass all the way up to 10, deep at 7, the gain at 4, because this sound is not like... It sounds like it's high gain, but I'm willing to wager if I had access to the original recording and just listen to a guitar track in isolation, you would hear there's probably not much gain on there at all. There'd be at least, you know, everything would be quad tracked. There's a bass guitar in there, and I can't tell if the bass has an effect on there or if there's a synthesizer underneath, like a synth bass over the top. I know Northlane do incorporate more electronic elements into their production and music these days. Like Alien definitely was like, you know, that step in that, you know, electronic mix with the heaviness. So this song actually reminds me of Alien in that way, in that it kind of, the guitar starts bleeding into that bass guitar territory. It is slightly scooped, but it's like full, like it's thick. It's a very thick tone, but it's not like super high gain. It's interesting, like playing along, I was like, at times I was playing with the pickup selector and stuff. This actually, at one point I couldn't even tell the difference, but you know, that's just, everything gets locked in the mix when you're dealing with volumes and stuff. But if you listen to this in isolation, like... I have no idea what the song is actually even playing. You can see we ended up with something very, very simple. One thing actually I think we should do here that I just realized we completely missed, a low-high cut. So we do high pass about 80. This shouldn't dramatically change the sound, but it will kind of clean things up. And we could also probably benefit from some DI EQ on the actual guitar signal going in. We could probably go in here. I think on this, we'll actually try like a high pass filter at around about the 80 mark on the DI. This is what it sounds like without the drop tune, by the way. Does kind of artifact a little bit, so it's probably going to sound better if you're in the right tuning for this song as well. That definitely, I think, helps be in the right tuning. It's like F, I think, Northlane playing. I'm in drop B. I think I'm only going down to like G or something. I didn't want to go down too many semitones because it would end up turning into a flubby mess. So I think we're also going to do a slight cut around about the 400 mark. We'll make that about 1.4. We're going to cut about 1.8, I think. Then we can play that with the pitch shifter turned off. Yeah, a little dip at 400 kind of cleans things up a little bit. And I think we probably want to do a slight boost around about 700 to 800 mark. Do about 700. Maybe we'll boost that by about 1.4. The Q size 1.4. So this is a DI going into the amp. It's just kind of like EQing the guitar signal basically. I don't know if the bass needs to be that high. After hearing the EQ changes, that is so much better. That is way, way better. So what we did here was we did a slight cut, 400, at 1.8. And then at the 700 mark, we boosted. That gives us a little bit more mid-range presence. And then after the amp, we've done a low-high cut on there. And I think we could also probably benefit from a slight cut around about 4K as well, just listening to this. Okay, I think we could dip this around about 1.4. Maybe that's too much. We're going all over the place here, but I'm just going to compare that. Okay, I think that is a lot better. We ended up having to go back and doing a few things to our sound. I completely overlooked the equalizer because I was so caught up on the fact that I was pretty happy with how it sounded. But we did some DI EQ, high pass at 80, and then we did a little scoop at 400, and then a little boost at 700. Probably could have maybe increased that to around about 750, 800, but it works. And then we did a little dip at the 4K mark there. To reduce some of the harshness, I noticed it was a little bit harsh sounding. So that kind of just tamed it a little bit, only slight. And a low high cut filter there just to kind of clean things up. And now I think, we finished our presets. So a little bit of roundabout way there of like realizing at the end that we didn't need as much bass and we needed some EQ in there. Because in the studio, like they would have EQ'd this. I don't know if they EQ'd it when they recorded it, but they probably would have EQ'd, if they were using a Kemper, no doubt there's probably an EQ on there. Either way, it needed the EQ in there to kind of give it that more cleaner sound, and we had too much bass. After I did the EQ adjustments, I noticed that 10 bass is way too much, so we had to dial that back, And we could even put that back to 7 as well, but I think it needs that low end in there because it's a very low end song, but it still has clarity in there, which is, thankfully because they don't turn the gain knob all the way up as well. So yeah, let me know in the comments how you think I did, if you think it sounded close. And if you have a song that you'd like to see me tackle next, leave a request down the bottom in the comments because I do take requests. And if you're not subscribed yet, consider subscribing because I do these videos quite regularly, so if this kind of content interests you and you want to see me keep making it, every subscribe and like definitely helps, as well as comments to kind of keep the momentum going there. But if you made it to the end of this video, I really thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.